Good evening, Phoenix. Are you ready for some roller derby? We will be getting started with safety checks and then team introductions in just a few minutes. We wanted to welcome you all to the Hall of Dames, Arizona's only home for Bank Track Roller Derby, as we get ready and get set for an amazing game. To start off our 14th season, it is the Doomsday Valkyries versus the Brutal Beauties. And as you can see down near the info right now, looks like our regulators are checking the teams for safety, checking the safety here, making sure everything's all buckled and ready to go. As a reminder to yourself, we do have a couple of audience safety reminders. At all times during game action, make sure that you remain behind that yellow line on the ground surrounding the track. That line is for fans to stay behind. In front of that line is for bout staff only and our outside pack referees. So once again, if you are up on your feet and walking during game action, make sure you stay behind the yellow line. Also, don't forget that when in line for the indoor bathroom, skaters take priority, so anybody on skates gets to jump the line. If the line for the indoor bathroom isn't moving very fast, we do have clean outdoor restrooms outside, just outside here, towards the back alley. All right, Derby fans, as we close in on the beginning of the bout, we'd like to direct your attention up to the video screens here within just a moment. We're going to be displaying a video from one of our recent tryout sessions for here at the Arizona Derby Dames. All right, Phoenix, I got a question for you. Are you ready for some roller derby? Let's try that one more time. Take a good deep breath and let's raise the roof off this place. Are you ready for some roller derby? Welcome to the Hall of Dames, Arizona's only live bank track roller derby. It's the moment you've been waiting for all summer long. I'm your announcer, Old Gray.
And I'm Kills Bill. Before we get started, a few fan rules. No whistling is allowed because it interrupts the game. Please stay behind the yellow tape on the floor. Do you see the yellow tape on the floor? Stay behind the yellow tape on the floor. We don't want the fans to get hit, only the skaters. With that being said, let's get this show on the road. And now taking the track, your Brutal Beauties. Your Brutal Beauties, number 103, Abby Arsenic. Number 26, Beautiful Trauma. 244, Damn It, Jam It. 83 is Hardcore. Number 602, Lady Macbeth. 440, Morning Madness. Number 298, Punky Boozer. 2323, Quiver Phoenix. Number 731, Turbo Torture. 666, Witchy Woman. 24K is Gold Digger. And number 2187, your co-captain, Princess Leia. Helping the team tonight on their bench are Kimber Slice, your captain as bench coach, and Gash Wednesdays, your penalty manager. Not skating tonight, 5150, Alibi, 480, Dizzy, 9MK3, Gypsy Danger, and 717, Rocky Horror.
Now, taking the track, it's your Doomsday Valkyries. Number 88, Alabama Whirly. Number 143, Aphrodite. Number 401, Autumnus Prime. Number T65, BB Skate. Number 1116, Becca Wrecker. Number 418, Delectibel. Number 1121, Hard Knock Harley. Number 24-7, Hot and Ready. Number 67, Chingadora. Number 500, it's Indy. Number 311, Kenya Get It In Ya. Number 73, Shirley Temple of Doom. Number 81, Nurse Ratchet. Number 187, Sour Appletini. And number 5.7 liter, your captain for the evening, Wargirl. Helping the Valkyries on the bench tonight are bench coach Cheese and penalty tracker Supreme Court. Not skating tonight, number 11, Larry Kitchgerald.
And now for the team we couldn't do this without, our referees, the Regulators. Your head referee tonight, Chosen One.
Game executioner, Freya Hugs.
Jam referee, Hoover Slam.
Jam referee, Meryl Streak.
Your front pack referee, Infidel Castro.
Backpack referee, Reverend Knuckleface.
Outside pack referee, Pocket Change.
Outside pack referee, Lucifer.
Your penalty trackers, Optical Delusion.
Penalty tracker assist is Daddy Mike.
Penalty box admin, Scully Glossbones.
Penalty box admin, Ref Boy RD.
Your whiteboard is Ivana Hit You.
Eye in the sky, Professor McGonagall.
On the scoreboard tonight, Bender B. Rodriguez.
On stats, Minnie Pacquiao.
More stats, Magnificent Moose.
The runner is Polar Bear.
And the alternate NRO is Obi-Wan Kendi.
And finally, your captain of the Regulators as Eye in the sky, it's Lollipop. Show some love for your Regulators. It could be the only love they get all night long. And now with that, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your caps for the national anthem. Tonight's national anthem will be performed by our very own Sarah Fee. Sarah is a proud Arizona native and member of the Arizona Derby Dames, playing for the Doomsday Valkyries on this very track. She dedicates this performance of the national anthem to those who fight for the rights of all our country's citizens, as well as our brothers and sisters who suffer in every corner of the world. She'd like to honor her late father, Staff Sergeant Frank Allen of the United States Air Force.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
What's that?
Ladies and gentlemen, your 50-50 raffle is already at $250.
Yes, indeed. You see those skaters coming around waving those tickets in the air. They have 50-50 cash raffle tickets as well as tickets for the raffle giveaways. We've got several prizes we'll be giving away after each quarter this evening, including the big prize at the end of the fourth quarter and that cash prize at the end of the fourth quarter as well. So grab some of those tickets as they come on by, just a couple of bucks each.
Be sure to visit the Arizona Derby Dames merch booth to get your favorite league and team merchandise. We got t-shirts, tank tops, hats, koozies, beach towels. Go ahead and pre-buy your Christmas tree ornaments, I guess, as well as stickers and buttons for your favorite team. That's the Arizona Derby Dames merch booth.
All right, with that whistle, we are ready to get underway with the very first jam of the regular season. Brutal Beauties and Doomsday Valkyries ready to kick this thing off. And there we go, we are underway. That is Indy jamming for the Doomsday Valkyries. And your Brutal Beauties jammer is out of the pack and clear in his lead jammer here. That is going to be Princess Leia. And that's Princess Leia getting by the pack there on her first scoring pass, and will be coming around for more. Indy still trying to fight her way out of the pack halfway through this first jam of the season. The pack is making their way now into the back straightaway. Indy still up there, hung up. That front end defense of the Brutal Beauties is holding her in place and not letting her get clear. And now Indy able to get out of the pack with Princess Leia behind her after her second scoring pass. Just a few seconds left in this jam here. Indy's trying to keep from getting caught and surrendering another point to them, and that's going to do it. Princess Leia calls off that jam, so we are underway here in Season 14 at the Hall of Dames.
And the Beauties draw first blood. Looks like we got we got Abby Arsenic taking the line tonight, and then, and Aphrodite for your Valkyries. See if they can come back and get some points on the board themselves.
And there we are now in the second jam, and that's Aphrodite blasting right to the front of the pack as your lead jammer for the Doomsday Valkyries. Out and clear as a cheer goes up from the Valkyries contingent in the crowd. Your Brutal Beauties jammer out as well. That's Abby Arsenic trying to make up some time and get around the track. Aphrodite gets through, picks up her points, and she calls off the jam.
Got Hot and Ready coming to the line for the Valkyries right now, and going up against Witchy Woman. Witchy Woman takes the low. Getting through a little bit of traffic, trying to get out, and she's out first. Hot and Ready pushed to the infield and following her out, though. Witchy Woman coming up on the pack, and Hot and Ready about a third of the track behind her. She makes it through and calls off the jam, scores her points, and says, "That's it, guys."
Now setting up on the jammer line for this next jam, it is going to be Princess Leia, and we hear calling out from the penalty box. It's going to be a power jam for the Beauties. We did have a penalty called on Hot and Ready there during that last jam, so Hot and Ready is parked in the penalty box along with another Valkyries blocker. So we have a power jam for the Beauties here, up 12-4 in the early going. And Princess Leia down to the inside, and she's immediately out and clear. Both a power jam for the Beauties here, and it is a skater advantage in the blocking pack, so they have a big advantage here. Don't forget, fans, whenever you have a penalty assessed against you, you set out the next jam. But if you have a penalty assessed against you as a jammer, your team doesn't get a jammer in the next jam. So creates an opportunity for that team to use the power jam and solely focus on getting themselves points. As you can see here, all the strategy of the Beauties is to try and get their skater around as many times as possible, as Princess Leia threw on her third scoring pass with about 17 seconds left in this jam. Princess Leia makes her way through the pack, and she goes ahead and calls off the jam with just a few seconds left on the clock. So
all right, now
three scoring passes for Princess Leia there. Runs the Beauties lead up to 27-4 here with 11 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Now we get to see Indy going up against Quiver Phoenix. Not a lot of blockers out there on the line. Indy knocks Quiver to the rail and tries to get up front. And it's Quiver that gets out first. Indy still stuck on the high side, trying to get through the pack, and then she breaks out. About a quarter track behind them. This should be fun. And here comes Quiver Phoenix on the pack, trying to make her scoring pass, gets a couple points and calls it off. Beauties pick up 3 points, and the Valkyries are held to 0 on that jam.
And it looks like we're going to have a power jam for the Doomsday Valkyries here. We did have a penalty called on the jammer for the Beauties in the last jam, so now the Doomsday Valkyries get a chance to operate a power jam here. And setting up on the jammer line is Aphrodite for the Valkyries. Bunch of collisions down there in the first turn. Bunch of people tumbling. Aphrodite back up on her skates now, trying to make her way through the pack here as they head into the far turn. And Aphrodite knocking skaters out of the way, but still not able to get out of the pack. Those Beauties defenders are recycling in front of her for each one she dispatches. And Aphrodite able to get the pack pushed far enough forward that they are called out of play and have to stop blocking. So now going to try to get around on a scoring pass. Aphrodite now trying to catch up to the pack and at least get a few points before the clock expires, and that does it for the clock.
Aphrodite getting a couple chances to get a couple points there at the very end.
And it looks like we have the maximum complement of Valkyries in the penalty box. Had a penalty called on the jammer Aphrodite, and 2 of their blockers now sitting in the penalty box. So this is going to be a power jam for the Brutal Beauties and a big pack advantage as well. Just 2 Valkyries blockers out there trying to hold down the fort.
Beauties have all 4 blockers out there. Really able to manage the pack on their own.
Witchy Woman now approaching the pack, goes up to the high side, trying to find her way through and pinned into the rail by Chingadora on the high side of the track, but able to get down to the inside and get through. And that's her first scoring pass now with about 30 seconds left in this jam.
War Girl not going to give up, though, trying to hold that jammer. Hard Knock Harley trying to take Witchy Woman to the rail, but she gets through and gets her points.
So now setting up the jam is going to be Hot and Ready. Jamming for the Valkyries, going up against
Lady Macbeth.
Yes.
It's her first time jamming tonight. Hot and Ready trying the high side. Lady Macbeth skating straight through on the bottom. Gets out first, right in front of her. Still waiting to see. And got a little bit of a jammer race going on, coming back around the pack. Lady Macbeth trying to see if she can pick up a couple points. And Hot and Ready cuts through on the load, steals lead jam. Both teams scored on that pass, coming back around for more. Hot and Ready not going to give up. She's going to deliver to you.
Hot and Ready's teammates now trying to open up a lane for her, trying to get through that pack and get as much as she can. Clinging to the inside of the track with one skate wheel, manages to call off the jam to the inside and goes up and gives some high fives to the fans as an added bonus. So Hot and Ready completing a second scoring pass there. We'll see how many points. Hot and Ready picked up 2 more points in that last scoring pass. So points for both sides there, but a lot of exciting action as we get to 5:45 left here in the first quarter.
And here comes Princess Leia again, going up against Indy 500.
Tightly bunched pack now heading down into the first turn. We've got Princess Leia fighting her way to the outside of the pack, and she is out and clear. As her lead jammer, but Indy is right behind her, about a quarter of a track behind, so she's going to be pressuring her now. A couple of skaters that skated with our Arizona Derby Dames hot shots last year. Princess Leia down to the inside, gets on through and calls off the jam after picking up her points.
Punky Boozer coming to the line tonight to jam for her first time. Going up against Aphrodite for the Valkyries. Valkyries looking to put some points on the board right now. Aphrodite taking the low, gets taken off the track, but comes back. Now she's going to try the high. Beauties forming a really solid wall in front of her, though. Can you get it in you, trying to break up that line for them, get her jammer out. As Punky Boozer makes it out, Aphrodite's hot on her trail. Both skaters are tired from the line. Here they come around turn 1, 4. Punky Boozer goes high. Aphrodite goes low.
And Aphrodite takes over lead jammer status. She gets by the jammer. And she goes ahead and calls it off, trying to fight her way through to the front of the pack. And Princess Leia coming on with a head of steam from behind. Excuse me, Punky Boozer, that is. And another 8 points for the Doomsday Valkyries to go along with the 4 points for the Beauties. And we do have an official timeout.
If you guys are hungry right now, locally owned and operated taco truck serving SoCal Baja inspired cuisine. Off the Hook Taco Truck is outside. They've got chicken and vegetarian options as well. Come outside and visit them for some good food. Try the loaded fries. Trust me.
And we did have, during that official timeout, we had a very brief discussion of the scoring there in that last jam. It was only 4 points for the Valkyries instead of 8, but we do have it all sorted out now, and everything is Nice and set on the scoreboard as the official timeout is over. We're getting back ready to go here. It is going to be hot and ready for the Doomsday Valkyries and Witchy Woman for the Brutal Beauties.
Hot and ready, going to deliver some points for the Valkyries, I think. Witchy Woman gets out on the low side very early. Hot and ready in a little bit of traffic as the Beauties try to recycle in front of her. Witchy Woman coming back around, about a quarter turn behind the pack. And she comes through on the low very easily. Picks up 5 of her points, coming back around for more. Hot and ready gets out now. Wargirl tries to slow down Witchy Woman, but Witchy Woman goes ahead and picks up her point too. For a 9-point jam for the Beauties.
And we do have another official timeout signaled by game executioner Freya Huggs. So the regulators are going to take a moment here to talk that one over, make sure we get everything sorted out from the last jam. One of our league sponsors, don't forget Copper Star Coffee, a locally owned coffee shop and cafe providing hand-blended drinks and award-winning baked goods. It's on the southwest corner of 7th Avenue and Heatherbrae, just north of Indian School Road, right in the thick of the Melrose Curve. It's Copper Star Coffee.
Coffee. I love coffee. Does anybody have any coffee?
And this has progressed into a challenge, so yeah, one of our teams here has challenged something called there in the last jam, so we'll wait for the official word from the regulators once they're done discussing it there in the back straightaway. Meanwhile,
hey folks, last week your Arizona Derby Dames volunteered with Feed My Starving Children to pack meals for children that are in need worldwide. Together with other volunteers, AZDD packed enough food to feed hundreds of children all over the globe. If you're interested in how you can get involved with Feed My Starving Children, check out their website, www.fmsc.org. Feed My Starving Children.
Siphon Draw Apothecary Shop has all natural, non-toxic, handcrafted skincare products made by our very own Dolly de los Muertos, a member of our regulators team. You can visit them at the Goldfield Ghost Town out on historic Highway 88 out northeast of Apache Junction. It's Siphon Draw Apothecary Shop.
And folks, it's a little warm in here, but be sure to visit the Arizona Derby Dames snack bar. Grab a cold beverage or a snack. All the proceeds go straight back to the league, and your support is greatly appreciated.
Nutrition One School Lunch Program. Food is the energy that growing children need. Providing healthy, great tasting, and freshly prepared whole foods to local schools valley-wide, Nutrition One works closely with the Department of Education and the USDA to make sure our children are getting what they need daily to stay focused and get the best out of their school lunch. That's Nutrition One School Lunch Program.
All right, back to the action now.
And it looks like the challenge was not overturned. The call was upheld, and so this is going to be a power jam for the Doomsday Valkyries. Brutal Beauties were challenging a penalty on their jammer. It's going to be Indy 500 doing the honors for the Doomsday Valkyries here on the power jam. Indy now up to the outside and able to get by those last couple of blockers, and she is clear with 50 seconds to go in this power jam for the Valkyries. You see the Brutal Beauties now trying to pick up the speed and play keep away with the pack. Indy now calling out instructions to her blockers. And Indy knocked down there, tried to go right up Main Street and ended up on the track surface. Now trying to get through the front end of the pack there. That last blocker giving her some trouble. But they are far enough away from the pack, and Indy able to dodge through on a scoring pass, coming around again for some more. Now the Valkyries have a Brutal Beauty skater pinned behind them, so they're going to control the pace of play here with the pack. And those front blockers too far away to block, so Indy right on by on another scoring pass. And that's going to do it. And the clock expires on the jam. So it's a 10-point power jam for the Doomsday Valkyries. They got 10 on the board here with a minute and a half to go in the first quarter.
Princess Leia coming back to the jammer line for the Beauties. And up.
And we've got an official timeout. The regulators are still talking that last one over, so it's going to be a moment here. Up until the whistle was blown, we did have an empty penalty box, so it was going to be a full pack 5-on-5. Let's see what we got here, though. All right, looks like the regulators have got this one all sorted out, so we are going to get ready to go. We do actually have, looks like we've got a Doomsday Valkyrie in the penalty box. So one person in the penalty box. Just took us a little while to get that one established, and we're ready to go.
Princess Leia straight out on the low, unopposed. She's already off to the races. Picking up speed as she comes back around to the pack. Aphrodite gets out in turn 3. Princess Leia collects her points and calls off the jam.
So Princess Leia got through there, picked up her 4 points. We're under a minute to go here in the first quarter. It's going to be hot and ready. Jamming for the Valkyries and jamming for the Brutal Beauties. It's Abby Arsenic.
Might be the last jam of the first quarter.
Full pack out there right now, so 5-on-5. Nobody in the penalty box. Hot and ready up to the front of the pack now, trying to find her way through. Abby Arsenic is still negotiating with the back end of the pack. Hot and ready, almost clear, but knocked off onto the infield, so she had to get up and reestablish behind the skaters that knocked her out of bounds. Still trying to find her way through. Abby Arsenic now able to get past those blockers on the back end of the pack. And Abby Arsenic down to the inside, and Abby Arsenic is your lead jammer. For the Brutal Beauties halfway through this jam. Hot and ready, still trying to find her way through the pack here now. And coming around again is going to be Abby Arsenic here with just a few seconds left in this jam. Abby's going to see if she can get any points here, but that's going to do it. The clock expires just as Hot and Ready shakes clear on the front end of the pack. And that is going to do it for the first quarter. So we are going to step aside and take a brief 5-minute break here. And we will be proceeding on with the game here momentarily. Right now, at the end of the first quarter, Brutal Beauty 75, Doomsday Valkyries 28. And you can see now we've got our merchandise crew out there. We've got a member of the Minor Assaults and an even younger member of the team out there now. They've got merchandise, so hoot and holler if you want it. They will throw it up into the crowd. And there we go. The lucky fans getting some Derby Dames swag from our merchandise crew out there right now. Don't forget those raffle tickets. We've got those skaters coming on around, and they're selling raffle tickets. We've got tickets for prizes and tickets for the 50-50 cash giveaway at the end of the night.
All right, folks, it's time to raffle off some raffle prizes. Go ahead and get your pink raffle tickets out. Going to call off some numbers. Your pink raffle tickets, not the 50-50. That's not until later. Prize raffle ticket number 587816. It's number 587816. You're a winner. I've got 2 more. I've got 587835. 587835. Pink winning raffle ticket. And number 587770. 587770.
Fans, we've got some exciting news to share. Our very own Doomsday Valkyries that are playing their hearts out right now for you tonight. They're also putting on a fundraiser next month. On October 27th, the Bar Crawl to Valhalla event will take place at 4 local bars downtown. Raffle prizes, scavenger hunt, drink specials, and a costume contest, all with your favorite post-apocalyptic derby girls. The Doomsday Valkyries host the Bar Crawl to Valhalla. Tickets are on sale now on brownpapertickets.com, or check out the Facebook event, Bar Crawl to Valhalla, for more information. Okay. What's that? Just
I never asked for this. I told them I didn't want to be
yeah, that's fine. Give it a shot. Turn it on and just read it. You're good.
Hey guys, is it really hot in here? Yeah, it is. I would head outside to cool down with some shaved ice. There's more than 30 flavors out there, and you should try them all. The Glendale Water and Ice Truck is here to serve your sweet tooth.
And don't forget to mark your calendars. Season 14 continues with our next bout on October. Our next bout. I've only been doing this for a while. It's called a bout, not a boat. Season 14 continues with our next bout on October 6th. The game will feature your all-star team, the Arizona Derby Dames Hotshots, versus the San Diego Derby Dolls. The Hotshots are made up of some of your favorite skaters from the Derby Dames home teams. Come on and cheer on your home team in this tough matchup as they prepare for the national season. Another one of our longtime league sponsors, Lost Dutchman Tattoo. They're a tattoo shop specializing in various styles from realism to traditional, and you can customize your own tattoo. Walk-ins are accepted. They are located at 4121 North 19th Avenue. That's the east side of 19th Avenue, just north of Indian School Road. It's Lost Dutchman Tattoo. And we are ready to get back underway here in the second quarter, and we're going to start this thing off with a power jam for the Doomsday Valkyries. It is your Captain Wargirl on that jammer line, and she's going to be doing the honors here for the Doomsday Valkyries as we get ready to go here in the second quarter, and we are underway. Wargirl now to the inside, waiting for her blockers to get some clearance for her. Takes a tumble over one of her blockers there and now is recovered. Waiting for her teammates here to get up there and give her a hand with that wall of 4 skaters for the Brutal Beauties. Wargirl still fighting with that front-end defense of the Brutal Beauties. Now to the outside, it's going to be almost a foot race, but she is knocked askew there by that last blocker for the Brutal Beauties. That was Witchy Woman there with a really good block in the front end and knocking Wargirl off her stride. Trying to find her way through now. Still to the outside, trying to get some help from her blockers. Knocked onto the infield with less than 10 seconds to go in the jam.
Wargirl trying high and low, trying to get out of here. The Beauties are just doing an amazing job walling up.
Excellent defense there by the Brutal Beauties on the penalty kill. Very, very nicely done.
Score is still 75-28 in favor of the Beauties. Becca Recker and Abby Arsenic coming to the line jamming tonight. Valkyries down 2 blockers. Beauties down 1. And looks like we're coming up on a power jam.
Yeah, it looks like we got that sorted out there. The penalty box administrator shouting out the instructions. We do have a Valkyries jammer in the penalty box, so this is a power jam for the Brutal Beauties. Abby Arsenic now able to get on through that pack. Very small pack out there right now. Just 3 blockers for the Beauties and 2 blockers for the Valkyries. So now the Valkyries trying to keep that pack moving, trying to see if they can. Abby Arsenic, though, down to the inside, and Abby Arsenic able to find her way through on her first scoring pass halfway through this power jam. Abby Arsick now trying to find her way through, and she's able to duck down to the inside and cut her way on through for a second scoring pass. Trying to make her way around again with 8 seconds left in this power jam, seeing if she can catch up. And that is going to do it for that jam. The clock expires. We'll wait for the official score here. And it's another 10 points for the Brutal Beauties as we get ready for the next jam.
And now we get to see Becca Recker. Becca Recker and Princess Leia on the jam line.
And this jam is underway. Princess Leia right up the middle. Becca Recker trying to find some purchase as well. And Princess Leia able to emerge. And she is your lead jammer for the Brutal Beauties.
Becca Recker trying to get out on the low. Tries up on the high. Again, the Beauties are in a solid wall in front of them. And Becca Recker able to skate out on the high side. Princess Leia setting up for a second scoring pass. Cuts low and calls it off.
So Princess Leia gets by on that second scoring pass. Your acting captain this evening for the Brutal Beauties, with Captain Kimber Slice laid up on the bench this evening. So Princess Leia, 9 points on that jam. With 11 minutes to go until halftime, and we've got Kenya Gedadenya lining up on the jammer line for the Doomsday Valkyries.
And Lady Macbeth for the Brutal Beauties.
Big collision. All kinds of skaters ended up down there on the bottom of the track and down into the infield. And Kenya Gedadenya. Kenya Gedadenya performed our national anthem tonight. Now she's out in lead jammer for the Valkyries here in this jam.
And she's got some speed coming up on the pack.
Knocked out of bounds, a sliding block there delivered, and she's knocked down to the infield. And Kenya Gedadenya hears from her bench, call it! And she does just in time as the Brutal Beauties jammer was approaching the pack rapidly.
Valkyrie's able to pick up 5 points on that jam. Players coming on and off the track. Let's see if War Girl can pick up some more points for the Valkyries. She's going to be skating against Witchy Woman. War Girl looking for the low, and Witchy Woman gets out.
War Girl tried to sneak by on the inside there.
Nice.
But she was knocked out of bounds, but the skater who knocked her out of bounds also went out of bounds, and that means War Girl doesn't have to reset behind, so she continues on and is clear of the pack. Witchy Woman now doing battle on the front end, trying to get through that defense. And she calls off the jam before War Girl can get up and get any points. So we proceed on with about 9 minutes and 15 seconds to go until halftime, and that is going to be setting up on the jammer line. It's a couple of skaters, that is for certain. And we will just wait for the action to get underway, and then we'll tell you who it is. There we go. It's Becca Recker for the Doomsday Valkyries and Abby Arsenik for the Brutal Beauties. Becca Recker trying to find her way through, was almost headed out of bounds, but she's bumped back into bounds by a skater moving along the ends, along the coping there. Abby Arsenik now out and clear as well. Big collision there. You heard it from the audience right in front of the bleachers.
Becca Recker coming up on a fast pack, trying to weave her way through. Still has a second or two. Calls off the jam as Abby Arsenik comes up on the pack. Let's see how many points they were able to pick up.
We got 2 points for the Doomsday Valkyries there. Kept the Beauties from scoring. Setting up now to jam, it's going to be Kenya Gedadenya for the Valkyries. And that is Princess Leia for the Brutal Beauties. And Princess Leia finds her way through the pack like she had a map. Right through and all the way to the front. She's your lead jammer for the Brutal Beauties. Collision on the front straightaway there as Can You Get It In? He was trying to find a way to get through. Meanwhile, Princess Leia down to the inside and just sneaks right on by. Can You Get It In? You now clear of the pack and is going to try to catch up here and force the issue with Princess Leia coming around for her second scoring pass. Pack now moves into the front straightaway. Princess Leia right down to the inside and she calls it off.
War Girl going to try again for the Valkyries. And here comes Punky Boozer for your Brutal Beauties.
A little bit of jammer defense there on the front end there. War Girl escorting Punky Boozer down to the infield, but Punky Boozer able to get up, and her blockers on the front end kind of ran a little bit of a wing move there. Blocked off the outside of that pack, and Punky Boozer's your lead jammer for the Brutal Beauties. Now down to the middle of the pack, it's War Girl. And that front end defense for the Brutal Beauties has been stiff and stout all night long, not letting her through. Now the pack kind of comes together there in the back straightaway, making their way down that self-same back straightaway. And getting through the inside is Punky Boozer. Brutal Beauty is on a scoring pass now, coming around again. And War Girl able to keep herself on the track there, and she's clear of the pack now. Punky Boozer came barreling into the pack, and she had hoped she was going to win that collision, and she most definitely did not. We did have a back block called on War Girl during that last jam, so she is in the penalty box. It's going to be a power jam for the Brutal Beauties. Before we get to that, we have a challenge by the Doomsday Valkyries.
And while we're talking about our regulators, the regulators are recruiting right now, interested in being part of the roller derby community, but hitting people isn't your thing. Our regulators are always looking for dedicated and eager minds to learn our rule set and keep our ladies on the track safe. Our regulator team accepts all gender types and there are various levels of officiating that go on during a roller derby bout. Come be a part of the action and help our league grow. Ask any skater or ref how to get involved with the regulators. I haven't.
More recruitment news. Are you a young lady between the ages of 10 and 17 who loves to skate, or do you know somebody who meets those general criteria? Our Minor Assaults are a nonprofit 501c3, and they're always looking for new skaters to join their team. Our coaches not only teach technique and knowledge of the sport, but they also help build leadership, teamwork, and problem-solving skills that will help in life situations far beyond roller derby. Minor skating skills, dedication to learn, and a positive mental attitude are all we require. Come see what all the fun is about. Ask any Arizona Derby dame how to get involved or visit the website at azddinspire.org for information on donating or sponsoring the Minor Assaults.
Are we close? No. Do you want us to sit up here and talk about you? Are you interested in being a season sponsor for the Arizona Derby Dames? There are different sponsor packages. We have different sponsor packages available to suit your needs and many benefits to choose from. Find any Derby Dame today and ask how they can point you in the right direction for sponsorship questions or information on how to become a sponsor.
Another of our league sponsors, Devastation. It's your go-to shop for everything on wheels. From the raddest of rad roller skates to the bomb.com light-up wheels spinning on slicker than slick ball bearings. Let Devastation help you find the perfect ride and gear to keep you protected while cruising. Offering nearly everything skate-related, from nuts and stops to tools and bags on flashy wheels. Come check out the skate ninjas that sling them unicorn boots. Visit devastation.com or stop by their warehouse at 2010 East University Drive in Tempe.
I love devastation.
And with that whistle, we are back underway. Challenge was upheld, so the penalty against Wargirl stands, and we've got a power jam for the Brutal Beauties here.
Hey now.
I didn't say Bruties.
Not
I said
yet.
Butyl At any rate, this power jam is underway, making her way right through the pack and out on a scoring pass with 10 seconds gone in this jam. That is going to be Princess Leia, your captain this evening for the Brutal Beauties. Pack now making their way down through the far turn and into the front straightaway. Princess Leia up to the outside, grabs onto that handrail there and gets back up on her skates. Bumped off onto the infield now and is going to get back up and reestablish, trying to find her way through the inside and knock down to the infield one more time, but the skater who bumped her off went out of bounds as well. And so Princess Leia gets to continue on. Coming on around now for another scoring pass.
Valkyrie's making Princess Leia work for it on this jam.
Big collision there. Shirley Temple of Doom and Nurse Ratchet giving it up, trying to throw a block. And that's going to do it. The clock expires on that power jam.
And back to Lady Macbeth. And Becca Recker coming to the line. About 4 minutes left in this first half.
Hard-fought action there in the pack as they head down into the first turn. Coming to the front of the pack now is Becca Recker, and she gets knocked really hard by that last blocker of the Brutal Beauties there. Knocked down and had a date with the Masonite. Now trying to find her way through the pack, now down to the inside, and there goes Lady Macbeth. Out, damn spot, down to the inside, and she's your lead jammer for the Brutal Beauties. Becca Recker now clear as well. And Lady Macbeth finds herself on the ground, and she calls it off, with Becca Recker coming on with a full head of steam down the front straightaway.
Lady Macbeth scoring her first 2 points tonight. Bringing the Beauties to 124. The Valkyries are trying to come back at 35 points.
We've got Witchy Woman and Kenya Gidadenya now on the jammer line, and this jam is underway. Both of them trying to fight their way right down the middle of the track. Witchy Woman tried to hang on to the inside coping, but lost her balance.
And Kenya gets out.
Witchy Woman still trying to fight her way through down on the inside, doing battle with that last blocker hot and ready, but able to get clear. Meanwhile, back here into the pack, it's Kenya Gidadenya going to the outside, angles to the upside, ducks down in, picks up her points, calls off the jam, and then sort of tumbles into the bench area over there. Now setting up on the jammer line, it's going to be Wargirl, and she is skating against Abby Arsenic in this jam. And this jam is now underway. Tightly bunched packs, solid defense on both ends now. Whole pack heading down into the first turn. And racing her way to the front and taking off and clear as your lead jammer. That is the Doomsday Valkyries captain Wargirl. Abby Arsenic now clear as well to press the issue, so Wargirl's going to see what she can get. Couple of our hot shot skaters here, Wargirl and Abby Arsenic. Wargirl up to the outside, waiting for a block. Dora the Explorer seals off that inside of the track. It looks like Abby Arsenic may have been able to pick up a point there. We will wait for the official score.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 50-50 raffle is already up to $500. 50-50 raffle benefits the minor assaults program, junior skating here at the Derby Dames, and it benefits you.
And we're underway in this next jam. It's going to be Becca Recker, and that's Quiver Phoenix. Becca Recker down to the inside, and Becca Recker is out and clear. Third straight jam with the Doomsday Valkyries lead jammer. Becca Recker now racing her way around the racetrack. Big collision down to the inside, and that pack was cleared off.
All right, trying to get one more jam in here. Get Kenya and Punky coming to the line.
Underway here. This could very well be the last jam of the first half. We're under 15 seconds to go. Big collision towards the back of the pack now, shaking loose on the front end. It's Kenya get it in. You able to duck down to the inside of that last blocker there, wearing the pivot stripe for the Brutal Beauties. And Kenya get it in as your lead jammer for the Doomsday Valkyries. Catching up to the pack now. Brutal Beauties jammer still not out. Kenya get it in. Gets right on through on a scoring pass and is going to come around for more. Clock has hit quadruple zero, so this is going to be the last jam of the first half before we step aside. Kenya get it in down to the inside now. Keeps her balance, gets through the apex of the turn on her second scoring pass with 19 seconds to go.
She's coming around for more.
Like me at Thanksgiving, coming on around for thirds. Here comes Kenya get it in down to the inside and able to get by on another scoring pass with 8 seconds left in this final jam before we get to the half. The jammer for the Brutal Beauties still hung up there. Kenya get it in is not going to be able to get back to the pack, and that is going to do it. And a big cheer goes up from the crowd. That was a great way to go into the half for the Doomsday Valkyries. 15 big points.
15!
And that is going to do it. We're going to step aside for a 15-minute halftime break. Your score right now, Brutal Beauties 125, Doomsday Valkyries 62. And we've got 30 more minutes of Derby action coming up right after this halftime break.
All right, folks, get your raffle tickets back out. Get your pink raffle tickets back out. Got a couple prize numbers real quick. Number 587839. Number 587839. And number 587804. 587804.
Can I get everybody's attention, please? Throw the shirt. All right. Can I get everyone's attention? Can we quiet it down for just a few minutes, please? My name is Nashti. I'm president of the league, and we're going to honor some people tonight at our season 14 opener. And because I am not a good speech person, I wrote it down. For those of you who are unaware, the Arizona Derby Dames is a founding member of the Roller Derby Coalition of Leagues, or RDCL as we like to call it. It's the national organization that oversees bank track roller derby around the United States. Every year, a national tournament called Battle on the Bank is held in alternating cities with all RDCL teams in attendance. The Arizona Derby Dames is represented by the Hot Shots in the adult division and the Minor Assaults in the juniors division. Both teams worked hard throughout the year training together and as individual teams to showcase the enormous talent that the Arizona Derby Dames has to offer in the Derby universe. In June of this year, Battle on the Bank was held in Seattle, Washington. After 3 days of very hard skating, the Hot Shots finished second in the adult division of the tournament to the LA Derby Dolls. And for the first time in league history, the Minor Assaults came out victorious and won the national championship in the junior division. Tonight, we're here to honor and recognize our Minor Assaults. But first, I'd like to ask any parent or guardian of a minor assault to please rise. These ladies and gentlemen support the Minor Assaults by driving them to and from practices, games, and tournaments, helping our juniors balance schoolwork, after-school activities, and jobs, attending practices twice a week, and coordinating and attending fundraisers for the team. Please take a moment and give these parents a proud applause for what they do. Now, we will present the trophies to each of the 2018 National Champion Minor Assaults. Ladies, as I call your name, you're going to step forward. My mouth is like dry. Guys, I don't know who got the MVP, so we're going to skip that. I'm sorry. But you'll get your individuals. All right, Amelia Derhart. Black-eyed, please. Black Mamba. Brutal Noodle. Cherry Kiss. Crush. Golden Snitch. Hugs and Stitches. Killian. She got here? Okay. Is it Coyote? Coyote. I just want to make sure I get her name right. Lightning Queen. I do want to point out that this was Lightning's last year as a junior. She has now graduated to the adult division. She is a member of the Runaway Brides. Madzilla. Mimi Mahler, AKA Thunder. Merta? I'm learning. NC Jammer. Peaches will cream you. Slappy Go Lucky. All of you die. Thrasher. Nope. Tie-dye Twister. I'd also like two other people to step up here, and I want to recognize them. They've worked tirelessly over the last few years, along with other trainers in the league, to develop and train the juniors in this program. They're the coaches, Novocaine and I'll annihilate you. Your trophies will be here. We want to thank you both for your tireless dedication to empowering the youth in roller derby, and we're grateful for all of your hard work leading these young women to a championship. In closing tonight, I'd like to point out that our juniors program became a 501c3 nonprofit corporation earlier this year called AZDD Inspire. The mission of AZDD Inspire is to create respectful, confident leaders for the future by promoting sportsmanship, healthy habits, leadership, and volunteerism in young women ages 10 to 18. AZDD accepts donations and sponsorship to help fund this group of ladies that you see here tonight. For more information, visit their website at azddinspire.org. Thank you. Also, half of the 50-50 raffle that you see girls selling tickets for, they go to Inspire. So please, if you can, buy tickets. Thank you.
Yeah, Derby fans, you heard Nashty say it. Make sure to snatch up those 50-50 raffle tickets. Like we had said just before halftime, the pool is already up to $500. That means $250 to the winner and $250 to AZDD Inspire. So you got a chance to walk out of here with a pocket full of cash, and we're donating some money to a great organization as well. You got those 50-50 raffle tickets. You got the pink tickets for raffle prizes. We've got 2 more prize giveaways yet, including the big one at the end of the night. So make sure to get your tickets from those skaters walking around waving tickets in the air.
All right, Derby fans, about 1 minute left in this halftime. Brutal Beauties up 125 to 62, but the Valkyries were able to put together some points at the very end there. Trying to get back in this, keep this interesting.
And you can see here the teams have switched sides, they switched benches, and we're going to be starting off this jam with 2 Brutal Beauties in the penalty box. So we're going to open up with a skater advantage for the Doomsday Valkyries.
Beauties, I did it.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
you
finally.
did it.
Beauties really able to put together some solid walls there, holding the Valkyries back, but it looks like the Valkyries might have figured it out by now.
And with that whistle from game executioner Freya Hugs, we are ready to go here in the second half. Once again, your score, Brutal Beauties 125, Doomsday Valkyries 62. And we are going to get underway here. We've got a skater advantage in the pack. 2 Brutal Beauties in the penalty box, and we start off with Aphrodite for the Valkyries, and that's Princess Leia for the Brutal Beauties, and she's your lead jammer out and clear. And down in the back straightaway, that's Aphrodite shaking loose of the pack as well. Princess Leia racing to the front of the pack there and outpacing the pivot for the Valkyries. So the front of the pack gets through on a scoring pass and calls off the jam.
Beauty sending Lady Macbeth out there to jam for them.
And it's going to be a power jam for the Brutal Beauties. No, it is not. Indeed not going to be a power jam for the Brutal Beauties. Sorry to get your hopes up, Beauties fans. That is going to be hot and ready jamming for the Doomsday Valkyries, and we're ready to go.
Both jammers trying the low side first, not able to find a way out.
And it looks like we did have a race to the front of the pack, and both jammers now out clear. It's a jammer race down the back straightaway. Just started to get excited for it, and they called the jam off. And a high five between the two. It's good sportsmanship down to the front of the head of the front straightaway. My goodness, out of shape. So we'll get back here and reconvene for another jam. It's going to be Witchy Woman, and I think that's Becca Recker.
Indy.
It's Indy. I thought you said Indeed. I'm sorry.
And Indy's out first.
Indy's out and clear, and Indy is your lead jammer.
Got about a quarter track lead.
Indy is racing to get back to the pack now as they're holding steady there for her in the first turn. And Indy calls off the jam. We'll see if she's able to get her hips stuck in front of a couple of skaters or not. And Indy did get 1 point there, so 1 point for the Doomsday Valkyries. This is going to be Abby Arsenic for the Brutal Beauties. And jamming for the Valkyries is Aphrodite, and we are underway.
Abby Arsenic was able to find her way out on the high side.
Aphrodite towards the back of the pack now gets up and going to try to get through, takes a tumble there, trying to cut through on the inside of the track. Abby Arsenic now has caught up, and she's run into a big cluster of Valkyries there on the front end. Defense being played, and Kenya Diggett takes a hit there and takes a tumble. Abby Arsenic able to get through on a scoring pass down to the inside of the track. Aphrodite still trying to find a way past that front end defense of the Brutal Beauties with about 12 seconds to go in this jam. Now approaching the pack again as Abby Arsenic takes a hit, skates down to the infield. She's going to get up here and reestablish herself. Aphrodite still trying to find her way through on the front end and is able to shake clear of the pack with 1 second to go on the clock, and the clock expires. Setting up now to jam. That's going to be hot and ready for the Doomsday Valkyries.
Princess Leia.
And Princess Leia for the Brutal Beauties. We are underway. Looks like we got a one skater advantage for the Doomsday Valkyries. We got one Brutal Beauty in the penalty box. And both jammers out again now. Both jammers are clear. It looks like the lead jammer is Princess Leia. Going to race her way around here, try to get back to the pack. And Princess Leia routed out to the high side, and she calls the jam off.
Indy back out there for the Valkyries. Punky Boozer back out there for the Beauties. Punky tries the low, runs into a little bit of traffic. Indy also gets knocked off the track into the infield. Both of them back out there, and Punky's able to get out in turn 2. Indy able to get out right after that. About a half a track in between them. Punky's got him on. Oh, and Punky gets hit by a sniper. She's able to get back up and come up on the pack, try to get some points, and calls it off. Beauty's able to pick up a point on that jam. Witchy Woman and Aphrodite coming to the line now. 10 minutes left in this third period.
Witchy Woman down to the inside, and Witchy Woman able to get by the defense there, and she's your lead jammer for the Beauties. Trying to find her way through the pack is Aphrodite, trying to duck down to the inside, and not quite able to angle her way around that last blocker. Meanwhile, scoring on her first scoring pass is Witchy Woman and making her way around again. Witchy Woman trying to thread her way through, went up to the high side, now doing battle against Sour Appletini on the front end, but able to outrace her to the front of the pack. And Witchy Woman's through on another scoring pass, coming around for more with 15 seconds to go. Meanwhile, Aphrodite trying to fight her way through there. That defense is still on the front end, knocked her off the track, and she's got to come back around and reestablish again. Witchy Woman now up to the high side, trying to find her way through. Time running out on this jam. Witchy Woman trying to pick up a few more points, but the clock expires.
Hot and Ready and Lady Macbeth coming to the jammer line for you.
Big points there for the Brutal Beauties. They are pushing that lead back out now as we get to halfway to go here in the third quarter. My math is bad. Eight and a half minutes to go is not halfway to go. I'm sorry. Now back to the game action, and to the front of the pack and lead is your jammer for the Brutal Beauties. That is Lady Macbeth. And Lady Macbeth
working her way through the pack, gets her points and coming around for her seconds.
Hot and Ready still trying to find some purchase in the pack there for the Doomsday Valkyries. Lady Macbeth trying to catch back up now. Bumped up into the rail, trying to find her way through. And she's able to get through the pack there, gets on through. Where number 602, here comes Lady Macbeth on down the front straightaway. Hot and Ready still trying to get clear of the front of the pack, but that Brutal Beauty defense has been strong all night long.
Those walls are solid.
It's another 10-point jam for the Brutal Beauties, and setting up now, that's going to be Indy 500 on the jammer line for the Doomsday Valkyries, and Princess Leia for the Brutal Beauties. But before we get to that, we got a team timeout called by the Doomsday Valkyries. So we're going to take a break here with 7:01 to go in the third quarter. Brutal Beauties 160, Doomsday Valkyries 63.
Hey folks, Above and Beyond Palette Creations is repurposing palettes into art. They've created all of our signage here in the Hall of Dames. For information or to commission work, see Bobby Ross, the coach of the Schoolyard Scrappers. You can also find them on Facebook, Above and Beyond Palette Creations.
we also have Plagued Fitness, providing those infected by fitness, roller derby, and healthy living with clothing for that contagious lifestyle. Visit their website at www.plaguedfitness.com.
You guys saw them out there at halftime. The minor assaults are looking for some people. Are you a young lady between the ages of 10 and 17 who loves to skate, or do you know somebody like that? The minor assaults are a nonprofit 501c3, and they're always looking for new skaters to join their team. Practicing on Tuesdays and Saturdays, the coaches not only teach technique and knowledge of the sport, but they also help build leadership, teamwork, and problem-solving skills. Ask a skater for more information.
And with that, the team timeout is over. We are back to the action. Once again, it's going to be Indy 500 for the Doomsday Valkyries and Princess Leia 2187 for the Brutal Beauties. Princess Leia able to find her way through on the outside of the pack, and she's your lead jammer for the Brutal Beauties. Indy now out of the front of the pack, and she's able to duck past that last blocker, and she's out of the pack as well. Princess Leia gets by on a scoring pass and is content to let some time roll off the clock with 6.5 to go here in the third quarter.
Abby Arsenic and Kenya Diggett coming to the line.
This jam is underway now. Both jammers trying to find their way by the outside of the track, fighting their way to the front now. Both of them pretty much neck and neck, and Kenya Diggett around to the outside, and Kenya's gone as the lead jammer. Abby Arsenic now able to fight her way through as well, and Abby Arsenic is clear of the pack and is going to try to catch up. Kenya Diggett checks behind her, takes a look at where she's got, jumps over that track barrier there in the far turn. And Kenya calls off the jam. Kenya there took a leap and jumped over the point of the turn. There was a collision there as one of the Brutal Beauties tried to block her and ended up taking the worst of it down to the infield, but she's able to get back to the bench under her own power. And we are going to have an official timeout so that we can take a second. It's actually going to be an injury timeout. We are checking on that injured skater for the Brutal Beauties. Medical crew is already over there taking a look at her. And the injured skater is up and able to get back up on the bench there under her own power. That is Turbo Torture for the Brutal Beauties. Still getting checked out there by the medical staff, but able to get up onto the bench. And we are back underway now. We will get back to the action. 5 minutes and 9 seconds to go here in the third quarter. It's 167 to 66. Brutal Beauties are on top.
Your jammers are going to be hot and ready for the Valkyries, and Princess Leia coming out there for the Beauties. Princess Leia able to get out pretty quickly.
Like a shot, Princess Leia right through the pack there. Hot and ready, still trying to find her way through the pack here, getting run down to the inside of the track. Princess Leia finds the tiniest of seams, and she gets right through there and outraces the defense to the front of the pack. So she's through on a scoring pass.
Oh.
Hot and ready thought she had an opening to the front of the track, but that last defender for the Brutal Beauties said, let me show you the infield. So now Hot and ready back behind the pack, and that is going to do it for that jam.
Six points for the Beauties on that jam. 173 to 66.
And this is going to be a power jam for the Brutal Beauties. It looks like we've got the jammer for the Valkyries in the penalty box. So it's going to be Punky Boozer all by her lonesome. But before we get to that, we have a team timeout called by the Brutal Beauties.
I think we've gotten all of them, haven't we? Space. What are you doing after the bout tonight? Third Space, come join us in the Arizona Derby Dame's official after-party location. Third Space, it's a cafe, a bar, coffee shops, music. Located at 1028 Grand Avenue. While at the party, make sure to stop in at Novel Ice Cream Shop to try their new ice cream flavor, Brutal Berry, inspired by AZDD's own ladies in pink, the Brutal Beauties. It's even better when served in their warm donut sandwich. That's Third Space after this bout.
Breaking news, microphone works 100% better when turned on. Don't forget your September charity for the Arizona Derby Dames is Feed My Starving Children. Last week, your Derby Dames volunteered with Feed My Starving Children to pack meals for children in need worldwide. Together with other volunteers, Arizona Derby Dame packed enough food to feed hundreds of children all over the globe. If you're interested in how you can get involved with this charity, check out their website at fmsc.org.
Switched out the jammer on this power jam. Abby Arsenic's coming to the line for the Brutal Beauties. The Valkyries do have 4 blockers out there trying to hold Abby Arsenic back. Abby Arsenic getting tangled up by her own teammates. Valkyries trying to form a wall, get pushed out of play. 30 seconds of the jam left. Pack gets reformed up. Valkyries forming a wall again as Abby Arsenic tries to attack it. Abby Arsenic able to pinball her way through the pack. Might have gotten all 5 points on that.
All right, and there we go down in the first turn. The injured skater is back up. Still receiving some treatment here. It looks like they've sent the merchandise crew out there. They're going to try to get some energy built back up here. So give them a hoot and holler if you'd like to get yourself some Derby Dame swag.
All right, following that injury timeout, we've got a challenge coming here.
So while that's happening, we'd like to let you know again about some of our league sponsors. We'll go ahead and tell you first of all, be sure to visit the Arizona Derby Dames merchandise booth to get your favorite league and team merchandise. We've got t-shirts, tank tops, hats, koozies, beach towels, very early Christmas tree ornaments, as well as stickers and buttons of your favorite team. That's the Arizona Derby Dames merchandise booth. It's right out here just outside of turn number 3.
Hey folks, Devastation is your go-to shop for everything on wheels, for the raddest of rad roller skates, and we'll tell you more about them later.
So we will reconvene, and it looks like we have Indy 500 on the jammer line for the Doomsday Valkyries.
Princess Leia.
And she's going up against Princess Leia for the Brutal Beauties with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go until the fourth quarter break. And
both teams down one blocker.
And blasting her way right through as she has been doing most of the evening. That's Princess Leia right to the front of the pack for the Brutal Beauties.
And Witchy Woman hardcore and Queer Phoenix able to form a nice wall again. Princess Leia goes right around the high side.
Indy still trying to fight her way through the pack now and able to get clear there, able to duck down to the inside, and she's out. Princess Leia now approaching the pack as they head into the back straightaway. Up to the high side along that rail, gets some blocks from her teammates, and she is on through. And once again, content to run some time off the clock here and calls off the jam.
Here comes Lady Macbeth, and can you dig it? Again, both teams down, one blocker. Lady Macbeth trying the middle, then the high side. Held up by Aphrodite as Can You Dig It gets out. About a quarter track lead right now. Got plenty of time to set up her scoring pass.
Here comes Can You Dig It now. Fast moving pack. She's trying to get her way through here and get some points. And calls off the jam as she sees that jammer for the Brutal Beauties approaching the pack. And with that, we'll get ready for the next jam. It's going to be Hot and Ready going up against Witchy Woman for the Brutal Beauties. I don't know.
Right.
All right, both jammers now approaching the pack. Hot and Ready down to the inside. Hot and Ready is able to get through, and she is your lead jammer briefly. It was going to be a jammer race, and as she was calling it off, Witchy Woman lost her balance and took a tumble. But Hot and Ready was already in the process of calling off the jam and could not take it back, unfortunately. So, quick little jam there. What we thought was going to be a jammer race was not one, and we'll reconvene.
Leaving it up to Indy and Abby Arsenic.
In what will be the last jam of the third quarter.
Both teams at full strength.
Indy now fake to go to the outside, ducks down the middle, and Indy is your lead jammer for the Doomsday Valkyries. Abby Arsenic now about a third of a track behind her, and Abby Arsenic is clear of the pack as well. Indy now is approaching the pack from the backside. Runs into one of her own blockers, unfortunately, and has to call off the jam.
And that's it for the third quarter of play. We've got one more quarter coming up, but it is last call. Last call over here at the beer garden. Come get yourselves a drink before we call it off. There will be no beer sales after the fourth quarter starts. Got a 5-minute break between the quarters, so you got 5 minutes to go grab a cold one. Get those pink raffle tickets out. We got some more raffle tickets here to give out. Ticket number 587908. Pink raffle ticket number 587908. Ticket number 587823. Ticket number 587823. And ticket number 587892. Pink raffle tickets 587892. We've still got 3 more raffle prizes for after the bout, as well as the 50-50. So keep on buying the raffle tickets. Got an Uncle Josh tattoo still coming up. Do you like coffee? I like coffee.
I do like coffee. I also like serving everyone else coffee. It's Copper Star Coffee, a locally owned coffee shop and cafe providing hand-blended drinks made by me, Bob, and award-winning baked goods. Southwest corner of 7th Avenue in Heatherbrae, just north of Indian School Road.
Yay, coffee. Siphon Draw Apothecary Shop has all natural, non-toxic, handcrafted skincare products made by our very own Dolly de los Muertos. Visit them at the Goldfield Ghost Town on the historic Highway 88. Siphon Draw Apothecary. You know, we have exciting news for you to share. Our own Doomsday Valkyries are about to play their hearts out for you tonight, but they're also putting on a fundraiser next month on October 27th. The Bar Crawl to Valhalla will take place at 4 local bars downtown. Raffle prizes, scavenger hunt, drink specials, and a costume contest, all with your favorite post-apocalyptic derby girls. The Doomsday Valkyries host the Bar Crawl to Valhalla. Tickets are now on sale at brownpapertickets.com. Check out their Facebook event, Bar Crawl to Valhalla, for more information. We will be welcomed on this bar crawl, shiny and chrome. All right, Derby fans, here we go with the fourth quarter. 15 more minutes of Derby. Can You Dig It and Princess Leia bringing you the action. Princess Leia dances along the high side and the rail, coming around, gets right out. Halfway around the track right now. Can You Dig It gets out. Princess Leia makes her first scoring pass. And calls it off. Oh, nice. Picking up 4 points for the Beauties there.
Looks like it, yeah. No. And so as we get ready for this next jam, it's going to be a power jam for the Brutal Beauties. Penalty called on the Valkyries jammer during that previous jam. So it's going to be Punky Boozer all by her lonesome up there now on this power jam for the Brutal Beauties. Punky Boozer to the front end of the pack doing battle with Sour Appletini and pushed far enough out of play. And Punky Boozer is now your lead jammer. Well, she's the only jammer, so she's clear. She's a scoring threat now is what I should say. Pack now has come together. They're in the back straightaway. Punky Boozer having some trouble getting through on this scoring pass. Now another defender arrives. That's the pivot for the Valkyries, and they are playing some defense on the front end. But it looks like they are just far enough away that they can no longer block. They've got to wait until the pack is within 20 feet of them, and now they are okay. Now they're back in play. They're trying to do some defense against Punky Boozer with just about 3 seconds left in this jam. Punky Boozer takes a tumble, and that's going to do it. The jam clock expires. So
all right, folks, the 7. Go ahead. No. All right, folks, the 50-50 raffle's up to $750. Now's the time to buy your tickets. Becker, Wrecker, and what? Beautiful Trauma. Beautiful Trauma coming to the jammer line for her first time tonight. Going up against Becker Wrecker for the Valkyries.
Both jammers to the front of the pack now. Oh. Big hit there delivered by the pivot of the Valkyries and knocked Beautiful Trauma back off her stride a little bit. Becker Wrecker is out and clear as your jammer for the Valkyries. Beautiful Trauma has now re-established behind the pack and is going to try to find her way through. Ducks down to the inside. Sliding tackle there. Knocked her out of bounds. Giving it all up on the back end of the pack. That's Hard Knock Harley for the Valkyries. Meanwhile, Becca Wrecker now coming on around on another scoring pass. Up to the outside. Takes advantage of some of the confusion and a little bit of a scattered pack. Becca Wrecker trying to fight her way by, then ducks to the inside, and she is clear of that last blocker. Got about 12 seconds left in this jam for Becca Wrecker to get around for some more points. Meanwhile, Beautiful Trauma has shaken clear of the pack with about 5 seconds to go. Becca Wrecker now looking for her offense to give her hand, but the clock expires before we get there. And it's a 10-point jam for the Doomsday Valkyries. Putting some points on the board here just into the fourth quarter, and we have an official timeout. One of our sponsors, fans, Nutrition One School Lunch Program. Food is the energy that growing children need, providing healthy, great tasting, and freshly prepared whole foods to local schools valley-wide. Nutrition One works closely with the Department of Education and the USDA to make sure our children are getting what they need daily to stay focused and get the best out of their school lunch. It's Nutrition One School Lunch Program.
All right, folks, mark your calendars. Season 14 excitement continues with our next bout on October 6th. The game is going to feature your all-star team, the Arizona Derby Dames Hot Shots versus the San Diego Derby Dolls. The Hot Shots are made up of some of your favorite skaters from the Arizona Derby Dames home teams. Come cheer on your hometown team in this tough matchup as they prepare for the Nationals.
We'll go ahead and tell you more about Lost Dutchman Tattoo. They are a tattoo shop specializing in various styles from realism to traditional, and you can customize your own tattoo. Walk-ins are accepted. They're located at 4121 North 19th Avenue. That's the east side of 19th Avenue, just north of Indian School Road.
As the regulators discuss this challenge, they are recruiting. The regulators are an important part of what we got going on here. If you're interested in being a part of the roller derby community, but hitting people isn't your thing, the regulators are always looking for dedicated and eager minds to learn our rule set, help our ladies keep our ladies on the track safe. Ask any skater or ref how to get involved. Tell me if she's too much for flavor. All right, Kenya Diggett coming to the jammer line for the penalty jam, power jam. And she's out on the low. Beauties didn't have a chance to get walled up on that one. Kenya coming around for her first scoring pass. Beauty's trying to speed up the pack.
Just two blockers out there for the Valkyries, and they're trying to do what they can to try and run some interference, but that front wall of defenders for the Brutal Beauties is pushing the pace here. They're trying to play keep away. Kenya Diggett bumped Gold Digger down to the infield. She's got one blocker left that she's trying to deal with to get by in a scoring pass, and there she goes. Kenya Diggett almost clear and ended up having to deal with, damn it, out of nowhere, Abby Arsenic comes running up there trying to get up into her face. But Kenya able to get by in a scoring pass, and it's going to come on around again. But it looks like the clock's going to expire on this jam.
Beauty's really trying hard to keep that wall moving fast, keep that pack moving around the track.
And lighting up the jam, we've got Princess Leia for the Brutal Beauties. And she's going up against War Girl for the Doomsday Valkyries. Quickly to the front of the pack goes Princess Leia, and she's out and clear as your lead jammer. Stop me if you heard that one before tonight. Princess Leia clear of the pack. War Girl now trying to fight her way through. She's got one blocker she's dealing with on the front end there, and War Girl able to get on by, and she's clear of the pack as well. Meanwhile, Princess Leia having an easy time getting through the pack, and Princess Leia perfectly content to run some time off the clock here. War Girl's looking around. And so we'll get ready for the next jam here. That's 4 points for the Beauties. Abby Arsenic is going to be jamming for the Brutal Beauties, and that is going to be, it appears to be Becca Recker for the Doomsday Valkyries. Becca Recker uses a lane there on the inside, and Becca Recker's your lead jammer for the Doomsday Valkyries. Abby Arsenic still fighting to get out of the pack, and Abby Arsenic is now out. She's got about slightly less than half a track to go to catch Becca Recker. Becca Recker now approaching the pack on the back straightaway, trying to pick up some points, following her blockers. Tries to run into a couple of Brutal Beauties, and Becca Recker would have to get back up on the track to reestablish herself as lead jammer. Briefly leaves his lead jam to Abby Arsenic, but then takes it back. Blasts her way through the pack there, picks up some points, and calls off the jam. stoppage in play here. And it looks like we are getting set, so we are getting set to go. On the jammer line is going to be Witchy Woman for the Brutal Beauties, and that is
Sour Appletini for the first time tonight, jamming for the Valkyries.
Sour Appletini trying to find her way through the pack up to the front. There goes Witchy Woman on the front end. Sour Appletini was clear of the pack. Track Monster reached up and grabbed her, and she took a tumble. And Witchy Woman goes ahead and calls off the jam with Sour Appletini coming on with a full head of steam.
All right, Punky Boozer and Can You Dig It coming to the line right now. Both teams at full strength here. Kenya out to an early start and coming up on the pack right now. Punky Boozer coming on strong though. Kenya calls it off just as Punky gets to the back of the pack. Valkyries picked up 4 points on that jam.
We get set for this next jam. It's going to be Princess Leia again for the Brutal Beauties, and lining up for the Valkyries is going to be Becca Recker. Princess Leia up to the outside, now ducks to the inside. She's your lead jammer for the Brutal Beauties. Becca Recker trying to find her way through the pack, now routed down onto the infield. As Princess Leia is coming on around now, and she is with the pack for a scoring pass, and right through the middle, and Princess Leia out and clear. Becca Recker now clear of the pack as well, right behind Princess Leia. And Princess Leia goes ahead and calls off that jam.
Just under 6 minutes left in the bout. Hard knock, Harley.
And we've got on the jammer line for the Doomsday Valkyries, jamming for the first time tonight. That's Hard Knock Harley. Hard Knock Harley jamming for the Valkyries, and going up against, it appears to be Lady Macbeth for the Brutal Beauties. Hard Knock Harley struggling to get through. Those blockers on the front end are holding up tight. Lady Macbeth took a tumble towards the back end of the pack, but Lady Macbeth now finds an opening, and she's through, and she's her lead jammer. Hard Knock Harley trying to fight her way through on the inside of the track, back up to reestablish now. Now the pack approaching. Hard Knock Harley is still not clear. Lady Macbeth coming by on a scoring pass. Lady Macbeth up to the outside, able to use that to her advantage. Hard Knock Harley now out of the pack as well. And Lady Macbeth taking a look at it and says, we'll go ahead and call this one off. It looks like we did have a penalty called on Hard Knock Harley as the jammer in that last jam, so it's going to be a power jam for the Brutal Beauties. It is going to be Beautiful Trauma out there by her lonesome on this power jam for the Beauties. Valkyrie's defense trying to hold strong here and trying to prevent her from getting clear. Beautiful Trauma, though, to the outside. Absolutely dislodged that last blocker for the Valkyries, trying to get clear. 22 seconds to go in this jam. Beautiful Trauma still trying to shake loose. And there she goes. Beautiful Trauma clear of the pack. As the seconds tick by on this jam, Beautiful Trauma, much easier the second time around, manages to leap through and pick up her points on one pass there on that power jam. Under 3 minutes to go in this game, and setting up the jam now for the Valkyries is going to be Kenya Diggett. Looks like Beautiful Trauma did pull a penalty there, got a penalty for cut track. So Beautiful Trauma sits in the penalty box, and Kenya Diggett is out there by her lonesome with a power jam for the Doomsday Valkyries as they're looking for that 100-point mark here. Kenya Diggett able to angle her way through the pack, and she is clear now and coming around on her first scoring pass with 45 seconds to go in this power jam. Right through the pack she goes. Moving on around again. Kenya Diggett now halfway through this power jam. They've got the strategy this time around. They have that pack held up, and they are not going anywhere. Kenya Diggett tried to go to the inside, but ended up on the infield, so reestablishes, still trying to find her way through. Skaters tumbling every which way. Kenya Diggett trying to duck to the outside and then back to the inside, and she's able to get on by Turbo Torture. Few seconds left in this jam. Kenya trying to get back to the pack. And we will wait for the official scoring on that power jam. 10-point power jam for the Doomsday Valkyries. Setting up now to jam is going to be Autumnus Prime for the first time tonight for the Doomsday Valkyries. And she is going up against Princess Leia once again for the Brutal Beauties. Princess Leia right on through there, and she is out and clear as your lead jammer. Autumnus Prime still trying to find her way through there. Witchy Woman delivering a heck of a block to Autumnus Prime there as she entered the front straightaway and knocked her down to the infield. Meanwhile, Princess Leia thought she had an opening down there, and Hot and Ready said, no thank you. Hot and Ready said, please be seated until your pizza's ready. Moving on to the back straightaway now. We have fighting her way through the pack now and able to get clear as Princess Leia on a scoring pass. Autumnus Prime takes a big tumble right there in the middle of the back straightaway. Just a few seconds left here in this jam, and it looks like Princess Leia is content to let that run on down. And that's going to take us up to our final jam of regulation, Derby fans. For the last jam tonight, it's going to be Becca Recker for the Doomsday Valkyries and Abby Arsenic for the Brutal Beauties. Not Arby Arsenic for the Brutal Brutes, but Abby Arsenic. So Derby fans, let's hear it now for the last jam of the first bout of the season. Let's let these skaters know. And we are underway. Everybody trying to find their way through the pack now. Everybody wants to get some purchase. Everybody wants to be famous. Still a tightly clustered pack now, moving down to the back straightaway. Now a big tumble there. Abby Arsenic working on somebody, and they kind of gave way. That front wall of Doomsday Valkyries blockers now is not giving any purchase as we're halfway through this jam. And down to the inside goes Abby Arsenic. And Abby Arsenic is her lead jammer for the Brutal Beauties. Becca Recker out and clear as well for the Valkyries. Abby Arsenic now through the pack on a scoring pass, calls it off. And so we will wait for the official scoring and for any penalty assessments Don't forget, if there is a penalty on the team that's ahead and no penalties on the team that's behind, we proceed into overtime jams. We will wait and see what was assessed. We've got the final score up here, if not, and we will wait for the signal from head referee Chosen Wan. And he steps out to the track, and with this whistle, that is going to do it. We have reached the end of the first bout of Season 14. Victorious are the Brutal Beauties. Brutal Beauties 238, Doomsday Valkyries 102.
Come on down to the track, folks, and congratulate the winning team. And that's fine, we got time. Let's hear it for these skaters. It's good to be back in season. All right, folks, let's get those raffle tickets out. Both flavors of raffle tickets. We got some more prizes to give out. And then don't forget the after party. Join us for the after party at third space going on right now. Head on down after the raffle tickets to the Arizona Derby Dames after party at third space, located at 1028 Grand Avenue in Phoenix. Raffle ticket number. Read this one again. Still waiting for raffle ticket number 587835.